There she is. What's up, Kelly? Thank you for doing this. Good morning, bro. Let's throw a few comments up here. Hi, Sharon Ferguson, whoever you are. Good morning, everybody. Or good evening if you're not watching this live and you're streaming it later. It's 10 a.m. Mountain Time here in Denver, Colorado. And it's time to do the yoga. So first of all, though, Mirabai came in here a second ago. Good morning, Andrea. Mirabai comes in here a second ago. She goes, "What are you doing?" So let me tell you what I was doing prior to that. I was just warming up the vocal cords. Hi, Dad. Warming up the vocal cords. And then I see see this? That's my mic when I step over to the yoga mat. And I've lovingly started to call it the robot nipple. Can you see my robot nipple? And then I started, as I was pinning it to my shirt, I got a robot nipple. I got a robot. This is literally what I do when I'm by myself. And so I was singing my new song, I Got a Robot Nipple, and further lyrics, I got a robot nipple for you. I got a robot nipple for you. So you can look forward to that going viral and sweeping the nation. Yeah, it's kind of like Iron Man. Good morning, Amy Z. What else do I want to tell you? So I told you about the robot nipple. Last night, me and Mirabai watched this great movie. We saw it in the theaters, and we rewatched it last night on one of those streaming things, Fighting with My Family, about the wrestler, the girl wrestler. So we watched that movie, and my daughter turns into what can only be described as a feral spider monkey. She's just all over me, and I mean, she's getting big. She's 7, pushing 8, but I mean, I got taken down. I got taken down hard, and I'm not too ashamed to say that. In fact, I'm kind of proud that I got decked by my kids. So I'm growing less and less worried of the boys in a few years. And here's the last thing I want to tell you, and then we're going to get started doing some yoga. I ran into somebody at Target yesterday, and so we have a very, very special guest on the yoga show today, the Daily Yoga Live. So I know who is it? You guys, it's Barbie. It's Barbie. And this is Meditation Barbie. And so I grabbed her. I was like, oh, I got to have this. And my daughter's eyes light up. It's like, I'm getting a new Barbie. It's like, no, I'm getting a new Barbie. You're not getting shit. And so anyway, I didn't say that. If you don't know me, I didn't say that. In fact, she got a little Barbie, right? She has lots of Barbies. So anyway, she's our very special guest today. And I want you all to close your eyes because Barbie's going to guide us through our opening meditation. Okay? Okay. You close your eyes? Dude, you guys are at home. I don't know if you have your eyes closed. This is a super honor system. Close your eyes. Okay, here we go. Barbie, what do you have for us today?
Let's take an imaginary bubble wand and blow the biggest bubble.
Thanks, Barbie. Oh my gosh, I feel so good right now. I feel alive like never before. And it's time for yoga. Step to the top of your mat. Andrea, you weirdo. And look down at your feet. I know that we're all under quarantine, but clip that shit. Come on. Don't let yourself go like that. Deal with that. Reach up, breathe in. Slowly hinge forward and touch your toes. I'm going to give you guys a new flow today. Lift halfway up, place your hands on your knees, stick out your butt, pull your collarbones forward. Exhale, touch the floor again. If you need that deep stretch in your back, grab your ankles, look down between your legs, rise up. But honestly, I wouldn't do that right now. Exhale, fold forward. We're trying to just get the muscles on the back working, not stretching. Hands on your knees, stick out your butt, collarbones forward. Exhale, bend the knees, touch the floor. And then rise up like you're doing a deadlift. Reach up, push through the heels. Exhale, hinge forward. One more time, we're going to touch the floor. Lift halfway up, hands on the knees, collarbones forward. Exhale, bend the knees, plant your hands, step back into a plank. And do 27 push-ups, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did you think I was kidding? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Press back into crouching cat or downward facing dog. That was dumb, man. Like I said that as a joke, and then I was like, no, I have to do it because then people will think I can't do it. And I barely did it. All right. Down dog or crouching cat. This class is going to be a fucking nightmare, you guys. It's going to be a disaster. Take a deep breath in. And when you exhale, just imagine you're blowing bubbles, guys. Lift your right leg up. Step forward. Reach both hands into the air. Anjaneyasana. Hands in the air. Lift that back heel. Push down. Now that's called the dig, okay? Let's go to the side really fast. I want you to see that I have my back heel lifted high and your back foot, in this case your left, it's doing what's called a dig. Think about a shovel. If you put a shovel on the ground and then you stomp on it, the shovel goes straight into the earth. That's what you're trying to do with your foot, okay? Now take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lean forward and reach back. And I really want you to press your chest against your shirt. I want you to really pop out robot nipple, okay? Pop out the robot nipple. And then step forward and squat down. Reach up, Utkatasana or thunderbolt pose. And then as you exhale, cactus the arms. And we should go to the front there so you can see I'm not pulling my elbows down to my hips. I just pull them down until my upper arms are parallel to the floor. Then we rise. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Left leg lifts. Left leg, guys. Figure out which one's left. Step back. Lunge into the right knee. Reach your right hand up high. Take a deep breath. Reach down. Step back. Do 27 push-ups. I'm just kidding. Do 1. Press back into crouching cat or down dog. My preference is crouching cat. But I gotta satisfy the down dog crowd. Lift your left leg up. Step forward. Inhale, reach up. We're going right up into the air. We're not fucking around. Hands in the air. Put your hands up, put your hands up. Hey, Denny, who did that song? Put your hands up, put your hands up. I'm ordering one of those right now. Andrea, do you need meditation, Barbie? We all need meditation, Barbie. Lean forward, reach back. Then step right foot to left, squat down, reach up, exhale, cactus the arms, press the forearms back where you can't see them out of your peripheral vision. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms, exhale, fold forward. Right leg lifts, right leg, guys. Lift your right leg, step back. I'm sorry to emphasize that so much, but when I teach it in class, everybody's like, which leg? So I'm emphasizing the shit out of it for you in your living room. Reach up with your left hand, reach down, step back, chest to the floor, push, press, crouching cat, lift the right leg, step forward, reach both hands up, lean forward, reach back, step forward, squat down, reach up, breathe in, cactus the arms, breathe out, rise up, straight arms, straight legs, breathe in, fold forward, breathe out. Left leg lifts, left leg, step back, right hand reaches up, breathe in, reach down, step back, chest all the way to the mat, guys. Push and press. Remember, lower your knees first, use those as leverage if you need to. Lift your left leg, step forward, reach up, lean forward, reach back, step and squat, reach up, breathe in, cactus the arms, breathe out, rise up, inhale, fold forward, exhale, right leg lifts, breathe in, step back, breathe out, left hand up, do a push-up, step back, chest to the mat, push, press, one more set, right leg lifts, step forward, inhale, rise, exhale, lean, reach back, inhale, step and squat, reach up, exhale, cactus the arms, inhale, rise up, exhale, fold, left leg lifts, step back, exhale, right hand high, inhale, do a push-up. Crouching cat or down dog, left leg lifts, last one. Exhale, step. Inhale, reach up. Lean forward, reach back. Step, squat, reach up, breathe in. Cactus the arms, breathe out. Rise all the way up, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Right leg lifts. Step back. Left hand to the ceiling. Step back. Do one more push-up. And press back. Lower your knees, sit to your heels, lay your hands on your thighs. Slow your breath down. Now that is a salutation. And remember, when we're calling these combinations of movements in vinyasa a salutation, usually they're referred to as a sun salutation, Surya Namaskar. But remember also what salutation means. It's a greeting, right? Who are you greeting? This, your own body, and your robot nipple. Okay? Give it a little pinch, just once, just to wake up. Now today, we're going hard. I didn't tell you that at the beginning because then you would have been like, fuck it, I'm out, and shut it off, right? But now you're already kind of sweaty and you're like, all right, fuck, let's do this. Let's do this. Step your right foot forward into a knight's position. Hold it here. More and more, I love starting my practice this way. Instead of jumping in, I'm kneeling. And for those of you that know me, I'm not a religious person. And I found my spirituality through the yoga practice of beginning to worship the very cells and molecules and atoms that make up this amazing gift that I get to wear while I experience life. So for me, this moment is just literally kneeling. Not during the anthem, though, God damn it. I don't know. Let's do it. Lift your back leg up. Reach your hands up. Now, we could do just open hands. You can go full skull hold, thumbs over the ears. Hold onto your head like you've got a headache. You can go punk rock mohawk, which is Palms connected at the crown of your head, okay? You can even connect your palms and keep your arms straight. So it's also Taco Tuesday, so you just decide. I don't know what Taco Tuesday has to do with deciding what to do with your arms, but it's Taco Tuesday, so do whatever the hell you want. Now, thumbs back. If your arms are straight, if you're in full scold, lift the heart, lift your robot nipple. If you're in punk rock mohawk, you're just trying to open up your hands, the fingers nice and wide, so that from the side, somebody can see that you're holding a 5 above your head. Everybody take that heart to the ceiling. Don't go back, guys. Go up. Bring your hands down to your chest. We're gonna lean forward. It's gonna suck. Keep leaning forward. Lift the left leg. Keep the right knee bent. Keep the right knee bent, guys. Thumbs at the sternum. Lift the right heel. Balance on the ball of your right foot. And rise up. Plant the heels. Plant the left foot next to your right and cross right ankle to left thigh. Standing half lotus. Left hand on the ankle, right hand on the knee. Push down with the left hand, lift up with the right hand. Push your ass against your pants or shorts. Or if you're naked, if you're getting freaky on your practice this morning and you're just in your birthday suit, stick out that booty like it was your duty. Like a dog would go scooty, scooty. Release, plant your right foot. Reach both hands up into the air. My little pug used to do that. Exhale, fold forward. Do that little butt scoot on the carpet. Lift your left leg and step back. Straighten the right leg. Bend the left knee if you want to. Keep it straight if you like that. Hey man, if you like being straight, be straight. And if you like being bent, be bent. It's your freaky world, man. Reach your right hand to the right. Pull the collarbones forward. Push your butt back. Reach your right hand up. Turn your chest to the right. Lift your imaginary robot nipple. Release. Plant your hands. Step back. Lie on your belly for cross core. Slide your hands forward. Get used to this one, guys. If you're going to subscribe, and please subscribe and hit the notification bell and like this flow and leave a comment and all of that stuff. But get used to this. Press your knees down into the floor. Lift your left hand. And when you lift your left hand, you feel how your left knee has to push down harder or you'll roll to your left hip. So press the left knee down, lift your right leg up. Now push down into the right palm and the left knee. We want the groin off the floor. This is no time to dry hump your mat. Get that groin off the floor. You can do that shit later. Release. Slide your hands underneath your chest. My mom is hating this class right now. Push up and press back. Bend your knees, crouching cat. Or if you're a down dogger, down dog it. You're at home. If you were here, I would just use a ruler and crack the back of your knees until they bent. But you down dog freaks do that. Lift your left leg up. Step forward. Reach both hands up. And then once your hands are in the air, you sit down at the hip and the knee. But keep your back leg straight and your back heel high, please. We're digging, remember? Right foot digs. Think of it like a shovel and push it into the ground. Now, whatever variation you did on the first side, do that again. Arms straight, palms together, palms apart. Punk rock mohawk or full skull. And then begin to lift your heart up. So as soon as I recognize I feel unstable, I usually know where it's coming from. I have to press, in this case, right inner ankle in and put more weight in left heel. Push the heart up, pull the groin back. Lunge into the left knee, but pull the groin back and push your heart to the ceiling with the center of your back. Now, lean forward. Hands to the heart. Keep drawing your chest over your right leg until you can lift your back foot without pushing off of it. Right leg is straight, hips are level. Bend the left knee if you straightened it, and slowly lift the left heel. And plant the heel, plant the right foot, rise up, step forward. Cross left ankle to right thigh. I am sweating, you guys. Stick out your butt. Yo, I'm for real. I'm for real, yo. Right ankle on your left thigh. This yoga's for real, yo. Grab your left knee and pull it up into the air while you push your ankle down and stick out your butt. Baby got back. Press your collarbones to the top of your shirt. So if I'm, am I on side camera? Yeah, I'm on side. So you can see I'm trying to stick out my butt. Look, my back isn't round here if you're somewhere where you can see the screen right now. Don't be the turtle shell. Be the turtle. Poke out that tail. Release. Plant the left foot. Reach both hands up. It's not just because it's pretty. Okay? It's moving and operating through the shoulders, okay? So this movement, even though it can be pretty, ta-da, it's functional too. Exhale, fold forward. Right leg lifts and steps back, and left leg begins to straighten. Grab your block if you need it, if the floor is too far away from your hands. That's part of the function of the block. It brings the floor up to your hands, okay? Now, left leg straightens. Right knee can be bent or straight. Reach your left hand up and turn. Notice I'm not at 90 degrees. So a lot of times we move the arm to try to fool ourselves into thinking there's more rotation at the chest than there is. That would be your palm starting to turn to the other wall, your thumb pointing at your ass. So we move the arm when we have no more range of motion where we want it. So be aware that that happens and just keep your left palm facing left, straightening left leg, and keep turning the chest. That means you should easily see your left thumb if you look out of the corner of your eye. Reach down, step back, and chest to the floor. Slide the hands forward and push down into the palms. Lift your chin so you can see your thumbs. We're going to lift right hand, left leg. So first push into your knees. And when you slowly take right hand off the floor, you instantly feel more pressure in your right knee. Now push into your left hand to lift left leg. Lift higher, but don't lift as high as you can. Focus more on pushing down into the palm, but especially at the right knee. And release. I can't tell you how good that is on your back to work across from shoulder to hip. Slide your hands underneath you. Thumbs underneath your human nipples. Pull your groin off the floor. Push your chest off the floor. Press back into crouching cat or down dog. But either way, you're trying to slide your mat forward with your hands and press your heart back towards your feet, or big toes. Go ahead and lower the knees for a second. Sit to your heels. So we've gone through a lunge flow for rotation and for extension, and we really want to work a lot more on some cross-core ideas that aren't prone, where you're lying on your belly, okay? So, I'm sweating all over my hat. By the way, Let's go to the side here. I need you guys to see this. Boom, that's it. That's it. I got 5 rolls of toilet paper, okay? I'm gonna just leave those stored there so that if you come in and check, I want you to come in and check in with yoga every day. If you fucking hate yoga, fine, but I want you to come in and check every day because this is, it's not a crisis yet, but there's concern for sure. Step your left foot forward and turn to your right. Slide your hips from side to side. And rise up. I don't think I'm ready to tell you the story of my near brawl in a Target the other day, but I'll get to it. I want you to turn your right foot out. We're not going to do Warrior 2, but your legs look like you're going to do Warrior 2. So turn the right foot out, keep the left foot pointing at the long edge of your mat. And I want you to just reach forward, place your spider on the floor, that's your fingertips, or grab a block, or grab a chair, okay? And then lift that left leg up, and slowly turn the hips open. I'm gonna place the back of my right hand, against my inner calf. And then I'm gonna push my calf against my hand and my hand against my calf. I'm gonna keep working my left hip flexor so that my left glute isn't pulling my left leg back behind me. But if I were to look down the length of my body, I could see my big toe. And now, if you want, go back to spider on the floor and just bend your left knee towards your chest and lift it up. And if you can do that without your hand on the floor, go back to that. Now we're slowly going to turn our chest and hips to the floor. Keep the left knee bent, the left toes point up now. And left spider comes to the floor. Right hand captures the foot. Pull your heel to your tailbone. Slide the hand around to the pinky edge of your left foot. And then lift your left knee. Pull your heel to your butt. In a typical stronger flow, we would do this every warm-up. And then slowly release. Step the left foot all the way back and lower the left knee down. Toe heel the right foot right and slide the hands forward. I want to get into the hips today. If you did take yesterday's class and your hips were a little sore, this is like the hair of the dog, right? A little bit more of what bit you will cure you. It's the Bloody Mary after a fun night. And now we're going to walk back, turn the feet, and we're rising back up into the star position. And we're going to turn the left foot out. Slowly reach for the floor in front of your foot. Place your spider on the floor. Lift your left leg. I love stabilizing poses that make our stabilizers in our body stronger. And when your head is down and tilted and turned, it becomes harder for you to balance. Place your hand on your inner calf if you can. Leave it on the block or the floor if you need to. Hold a chair if you have to. Lift the right ankle, point the right big toe. Bend the right knee and draw it towards your chest. Your hand can go to the floor while you make that movement if necessary. And then I'm going to lower right knee to left and plant right hand. And reaching back with the left hand, capture the right foot. And again, hand on a block, hand on a chair, hand on your shin. Whatever works, but try to work left hand to the outside of your right foot where you're at your pinky toe, and then lift right knee. Push into left heel too, guys, and release. Step the right foot back, lower the knee, left foot left. Slide the hands forward. We're coming into a modified Spider-Man or a runner's lunge. And don't be afraid to move, guys. We are in this amazing meat vehicle, and we tend to get stuck in our modern postural yoga with a lot of dogma around alignment that, well, the knee is a hinge joint and it can't do this. Otherwise, human beings doing yoga all over the world would spontaneously burst into flames. No, you can move around. It's how much load is on your joints versus where they are. So alignment is where your joints are, and biomechanics is how much load is on them. Now slowly rise up and turn back, and yay, we're standing again. Everybody turn to the left side of your mat, and we're gonna step forward. I wanna work a little bit more on stability, then we're gonna get to the ground, and it's gonna get awesome. And check back in tomorrow, because today we're imagining blowing out bubbles or blowing on bubbles. I don't know, but we're gonna take the 5-day Barbie challenge. So you have to, you're committed now. You have to come back for 5 days and see what Barbie has to say, okay? Take the Barbie challenge. Every one of you, hashtag Barbie challenge. Get it on Twitter, get it on social media, hashtag Barbie challenge, okay? And then something else that links people back here, otherwise they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Left ankle to right thigh. Squat down. Now you're going to press left ankle down with right hand. Left hand to half skull, slide your thumb over your ear where you would slide a pencil. Keep your elbow close to your nose. Keep lifting your left knee and pushing down on your ankle with your right hand as you turn your chest to the left. And come back to center. Release. Plant your foot. If you've been practicing with me for the time, at least the time that I've been live, or at least part of that, we do a lot of standing work because it helps strengthen all the muscles from the feet up into the kinetic chain, especially around the hips and pelvis. Cross right ankle to left thigh. So the goal being to alleviate back pain, shoulder pain, hip pain by starting at the bottom, right? And the metaphor I usually use is if you're in a penthouse and there's a plumbing problem in the basement, well, the penthouse has a big problem. The fix has to be there, and then it works all the way up. Now, stick out your butt, push down with your left hand on your right ankle, slide your right thumb over your ear, keep your elbow close to your nose. That means don't let your elbow fly out because the elbow wants to move away from your face to fool you into thinking you turned your chest more than you really did. So keep your elbow as close to your nose as it is right now. Sometimes I measure with my opposite hand's thumb and first finger like this, and then I just try to keep that space. So my elbow doesn't pull away from my nose. That way, when I twist my torso in this stabilizing position, I'm in extension, I'm in rotation, I'm stabilizing. Release, come back to center. And that means as soon as you plant that right foot, your left foot all the way up to your hip goes, thank you for stopping that. I appreciate it. Now step your feet nice and wide. Don't step off your mat, but step to the edge of it. And turn the heels in slightly, not any more than you need to. And try to sit down with your heels on the floor. And if they come up, you're still a good person. Am I talking? I am talking to the right camera. I'm surprised. If you go back and look at the last week, it's a disaster. On live shows, they usually have a light above the camera. I don't have that. I need that. Guys, send in a donation. I need lights above my cameras. I need toilet paper. I got to buy my daughter a Barbie to replace the one I took from her. We all got needs, guys. You're trying to get your elbows closer to your big toes. This is why we pause to try to pry the hips open a little bit. That's probably not the most politically correct word to describe in yoga. Pry your hips open. Go get the crowbar out of the garage. Collarbones over the thumbs. This is a great time to bust your bakasana. If you want to, let's do it. Plant your hands, squeeze knees into shoulders, grip your mat or the floor or the carpet, lift up your feet. At least try to lift up one. Let's look at that. So if I'm on the side, I'm going to try to, whoa, this is scary. This is scary. Lift the right foot, then put it down, lift the left. Try both. You're afraid of this, right? You're afraid of that. I get it. You're at home. You probably got 50 pillows on your bed right now, ladies, don't you? Isn't that like a thing? We're nesting. Plant your butt. Bring the soles of your feet together, Baddha Konasana. I always try to be honest with you guys. I'm stalling right now because I thought up a lot of really vigorous work we can do on our mat today, and I'm like, yeah, but they don't know that. We could maybe not do that. Should we not do that? Leave a comment, somebody. The next comment is going to decide. It's either do that or don't do that. We still live in America. We're voting. Kelly says, do it. You know why? Kelly is sitting on her couch eating popcorn right now. I want to just see him die. That's the entertainment of the future we've all envisioned, right? People just dying on film. All right, cross your ankles. Plant your hands. Kelly, you better be on your mat, girl. Fuck. Step into a plank. Now, I want you to step right hand off your mat to the right and turn your fingers in. And bend your elbows, touch your chest to the floor 5 times. And then step your right hand onto your mat, step your left hand off the mat and slightly back and turn your fingers in and to the mat. 3, 4, 5. Plant your left hand and step your feet slightly in, step your feet together, turn your heels to the left, and, oh man. Hey, you guys should be happy though, because I got this little thing for my wrist, and I don't have Siri interruptions anymore. We're in a side chair. Your feet are planted flat. Right hand half skull. Left knee towards right elbow. And then turn the chest and point left knee and right elbow at the ceiling. Release. Flip back over. Press your heart to the feet, crouching cat or down dog. We all hate Kelly so much, but we're yogis, so we say namaste instead. Step your feet together. Turn your heels to the right. I'm going to walk this right hand back just a little bit more because I'm a little tighter in my left hip, so turning my hips and planting my feet is more difficult, so hand moves towards foot if necessary. Okay, left hand, half skull, and I'm slowly starting to turn my heels and toes, and then right knee towards chest or left elbow, And then we're gonna turn robot nipple to the ceiling, point up, right knee, left elbow. And roll out of it and lower your knees to the floor, slide them towards your hands, sit between your heels, and let's release those hip flexors. Lean back onto your hands. See, this is why I didn't want to do this. Like, now I'm legitimately getting sweaty. I'm breaking, CDC rules right and left, touching my face. I'm breathing heavy. And God knows what kind of germs are on my mat right now. Lean back. Onto your hands, onto your elbows, onto your shoulder blades. Pull your groin into the floor. We're not done. We're just taking a quick little break because Scott is old. Slide your hands under your lumbar, push your heart up, and plant your hands. Press back into crouching cat or downward facing dog. We're going to do some prison push-ups. I didn't learn them in prison, by the way. How dare you? I learned them in jail, county jail. Come forward into a plank. Do a push-up, and when you press away from the floor, right knee to chest or over your right thumb. Step back, plant the foot, lower your chest. Push left knee over the nipple, between your nipple and your thumb. Step back, push, right knee in, push, left knee in, right knee in, left knee in. Oh, press back into crouching cat, lower the knees, sit to your heels, slide your thumbs over your ears. Now, we just used chest muscles, pushing muscles. Let's stretch and release. So, full skull hold. Lift the elbows. Think of your shoulder blades as like a bookshelf, and you're placing your heart on that shelf. And release. Now we're going to come down to the floor into a shoulder roll to stretch out the pec. Hands on the floor, lower the belly, slide left hand left, roll to your left so you're turning right. Rest your head. Push into your left palm as you try to turn right. Release. And roll on your belly. And reach right hand right. Roll to your left. We got to be really conscious of where that right hand is in space, guys. That's the P, proprioception and prism, awareness of your body in space. So when you roll to the left, your shoulder wants to try to get out of it by sliding the hand back to here. Maybe even flipping the palm over. That's not too bad. So we go to where the sensation is. We push into it, not try to evade it, but we do it with active muscle, with motor control. Roll back onto your belly. Push your knees on the floor. If those push-ups are getting harder, and if they are, that's a wonderful thing. It means we're working. So now we're going to work across the core, across the abs and the hips. And I'm going to go back to the top. Plant your hands, crouching cat or downward facing dog. My mat is starting to dry off. It's getting a little slippery. So, lift your right leg. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. And now step your left hand left. and you're going to kick left foot through your leg and hand. Point that big toe at me, and I'll point mine at you. No, you do it. No, you do it. You hang up first. And then step your left foot back, plant your hands again, and now right foot goes left. I'm on my left heel, and I'm going to push back and keep my left leg off the ground, my left hip off the ground, but I'm pushing my body to my right heel and release. Plant your right foot, lift your left leg up, step to the outside of your hand. This would be easier if I would shut the fuck up while we're doing it. But this is how I get my 54-year-old body to muddle through all this. Step your right hand out, lift your left hand, and kick right foot through. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. You hang up. And step back and plant your hands. And now turn right heel down and kick left foot right. Sit towards your right heel without your hip touching the floor if you can help it. And back into crouching cat. Now, we're literally staying crouching cat or downward facing dog. Whatever you do, keep your head down and don't look at your screen. Okay? Just keep looking down at the center of your mat. Yeah, there's no reason to look at your screen right now. Just keep breathing. This is where you... Downward facing dog is a resting pose. That's what they keep saying. But since we're all in down dog, including myself, we're not resting. Definitely not drinking coffee. None of that. I am your captain, guys, and I'm gonna charge head first into the fiery pit of... It's true, Kelly. All right, guys. We're literally going to spread ourselves too thin. Step your feet to the edge of your mat. Step your feet off your mat. Begin to walk your hands forward. Step your hands wide. Step your feet wide. Step your hands wide. And I'm on hard wood. You might be on carpet, but either way, your hands are going to start to slide forward. You do not get the luxury of stepping them back. Okay? We're going to spread ourselves too thin because, damn it, that's what Barbie would want us to do. It sucks so bad. It's almost over, guys. It's over. Robot nipple has landed. The robot nipple has landed. Bend your knees. Reach back and grab your feet. That's not a good sign. I'm hearing all kinds of weird noises. Pull your toes towards your knees. Push your knees into the floor. Please don't kick with your quadriceps. Push your knees into the floor. Lift your butt into the air instead. Let's take that back bend up the back instead of the lumbar where we typically go to. Release. Hands on the floor. Leave the knees down. Push and sit to the heels. That's what so much of our yoga practice is. I lost my train of thought. Good God, that was hard. Oh, the lumbar. I was talking about the lumbar. We always just go into the lumbar. So I was telling you when we were lying on our belly a second ago, Don't kick. Don't use your quads, okay? There's a time for it. It's right now. Stand on your knees. Let's go side. You know this one, right? Now, do you go toes curled under? Well, you do if you need your feet to help your legs or your knees. And that's not a judgment. I'm legitimately saying do this with your feet if you're working to build strength here, okay? But if you can, point your toes behind you, press down into the tops of your feet. And now pull your groin back, reach up with your hands, and lean back like you're passing an invisible ball to someone standing behind you. Notice how your groin wants to thrust forward. Pull it back instead. And release. Am I having robot nipple malfunction? Can you guys still hear me okay? Oh, wait, there's that. Hold on. Maybe we figure this out. Guys, I'm so sorry. That's better, right? We're live. When I decided to become a yoga teacher, I listened to one of the greatest sages of our time, Bill O'Reilly. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Point your toes or curl them under, reach up, stick out your butt, lean back. Pass the ball to somebody behind you and try to look back to that invisible person without your head falling back, and then rise back up. Now, I know you felt that, right? Near the bottom of your quads, where they come into your knees. There's a lot of great work there. Toes can be curled under, pointing behind you. I don't care, okay? But we're gonna do one more because 3 is the magic number. Reach up, look up at the ball you're holding. Pull your groin back. And now push into the tops of your feet or your big toes and try to pass the ball to somebody standing behind you. But we're like, where the fuck are they? And then release. Well, apparently they're not showing up. Now, step your knees back, lie down on your belly. Grab your feet again. And now, guys, point your toes and kick. Press the tops of your feet into your palms. You can take those knees up. Please don't go as far as you can go. And please don't try to lift your toes to the ceiling. I want you to imagine trying to get your toenails to touch the wall behind you. And then release. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. And push. And press back. Walk the hands back to your knees. Hands to the thighs. We're going to turn to the side of the mat and take a seat. One of these days, I know it's going to happen pretty soon. It's going to be an important milestone, a very important milestone in yoga daily live yoga. Fuck it, we'll do it live yoga. I don't know what to call this. But the important milestone is this. We're going to have one of these classes soon where there's going to be no audio fuck-ups. I'm going to look at the right camera every time. Grab your right foot. Lean forward and turn your chest to your left knee. Push your left knee down with your left hand. And I want you to turn your head and look away from your right foot without trying to look over your shoulder or the ceiling. Okay? So, look away. Make it really dramatic, you know? So like your foot is that person that is like telling you like you have to leave, you have to go, you have to do this because it'll give meaning to your life, but you can't look back. Okay? Get into that pose and no, I don't want to see you cry. Look away. Look away. Release. Plant your right foot. Capture your right knee. You guys should at least be impressed. I finally got a armband for my phone, because if you're watching for the first time, I was duct taping it to my arm like I've never heard of this before. Plant your right hand, lift your heart, sit up straight and turn. Slowly turning into my parents, where things that have been around forever, I've never seen before, and suddenly they're amazing. Love you, Mom and Dad. Release. Now, left leg straight, right foot to the inner thigh. We're not done. If you know our wind down routine, we got to get back into those hips. We need to stretch the sides a little bit more. But this is one of my favorite stretches for the glute, the low back, and coming around into the oblique, up into the serratus. So capture your left foot with your hand, even if you have to bend the knee, okay? So don't really think about this as being about your hamstring, even though in a classic version we would. Right hand on the knee, lean the heart to the right knee until your left butt cheek's off the floor. Slowly turn your chest. Look away. Look away. I can't bear that the last thing I ever saw was a tear in your eye. Look away. Look away. Look away. Release. Plant the foot. Capture the knee. We must be of good humor, yogis. Be of good humor in trying times. Place your left hand behind you and lift your heart up. You regal beagles. Yeah, Andrea, this is yoga for weirdos. Yoga for weirdos. Maybe that's it. Weird Yoga Live. WYL. I don't like it. You got to have a good acronym. Release. Now, we're going to come into Sukhasana. Okay, I want to start there for those of you that might struggle in Agni Stambhasana, and we'll get to that in a second, all right? But I want one foot in front of the other, much like Barbie, okay? Did you guys notice Barbie's feet? I was impressed. They did a pretty good job of creating a better articulating Barbie that can sit in Sukhasana pose perfectly. And walk your hands forward. Mad props to you, Barbie. I didn't know you were so fucking spiritual. Push your palms down and just lean forward. Whatever that is for you. Now, your head and heart might be a long way away from the floor, okay? And you might have one of these knees really barking at you. Now, if your right knee is getting a pain when you lean forward, spread the toes on that foot, okay? Create more activation around the knee capsule. But either way, we're just going forward. That's what we got to do, guys. No matter what this crazy corona thing is going to be, we got to move forward. We have to keep ourselves strong and as healthy as possible. That means we have to keep moving. Moving moves blood, oxygenated blood to every cell. Movement is medicine. Switch out your legs. Bring your left foot in front of your right. Walk your hands forward. How far they can go is not the question to ask. Is when do I feel sensation? When can I find that threshold where I can't breathe slowly and deeply like a Barbie? When you can't breathe, you're too deep. if you can't breathe, you're too deep. And there was a time before woke culture when I could have said, that's what she said. Now, I said, that's what I could have said. That is not what I said. I'm just saying I could have said that and I didn't because we're woke now. All right? Now, place right ankle on left thigh and place right knee on left. And that means if you can't rest your right knee on your left foot or on something underneath like a pillow, then you go right back to here. Back to Sukhasana, left leg in front of your groin, right foot in front of that. Otherwise, stack your legs, but only stack your legs in Agni Stambhasana. That means fire log. Only stack them if you can get the top knee to rest on something below it, okay? And then we're gonna walk the hands forward in this pose or Sukhasana, and then walk your hands to your right. And then once you've walked your hands to your right hand could keep going to the right, right? I want you to walk left hand away from left hip. Use your fingertips and crawl your hand forward. And then use your right hand to try to push your left butt cheek back down. And then release. Remember, you can do this, the walk in the hands in Sukhasana, okay? Just for the people that can bear an Agni Stambhasana. Knee rests on the foot or on something between the foot and the knee, okay? Walk the hands forward. So if you're in Sukhasana, then your left leg should be in front. And then we're gonna walk hands to the left. And it doesn't take much. The left hand can keep going left. You don't have to keep walking and twisting. What you're trying to do is get your right hand flat on the floor away from your right butt cheek, which is also flat on the floor. And release. And now I'd like to invite you to come into Sukhasana. Or lie down on your mat in Shavasana. Because you deserve it. And maybe you want to sit and meditate, or maybe you want to lie on the floor and pass out. Or maybe there's some yoga poses that you want to do that I didn't suggest in this class today, in which case your body is primed to be able to continue if you wish to continue. That was a fun class. It was fun for me. That was fun. And I hope you got something out of it. And I want to let you know that I appreciate you taking the time to take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. This is there's a physicality to this act of paying it forward. Being healthy and being strong so that we can keep as many soldiers on our feet as possible. If you enjoyed this class, please leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to this weird live yoga channel. And we also have some other great content that's not live, and we're getting ready to make more of that. But obviously, I'm sort of here by myself, and without my amazing team, which is mostly my buddy Jeff. I hope you're watching and well, Jeff. I hope you're all doing well. I want to give a special thank you to Rex Cedar. None of this would be possible without my good friend and partner, Rex Cedar. I want to thank all of our Patreon sponsors. You can go to our Patreon page and become a sponsor. You can also just send me a donation to the Cash App. And if you have the Cash App, that's our tag is $Stronger Yoga. And if you've never used the Cash App, it's awesome. In fact, you could give me $5 for this class without it costing you $5, because when you sign up for the Cash App, they'll give you $5, and you could just give it to me. I don't care. And, you know, when they start passing out those badass, like, big-ass checks from the government, you can just send those to me. That's cool. You know, we can do this however. But I also want you to know that if you just watch this and you moved and you got some medicine, some self-induced medicine. If you got reacquainted with your body and you don't have the money to spare, God bless you. I'm just so glad that you tuned in and you watched, and I really appreciate all of you guys. So with that, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, I hope I see you then.